Surah Al-Fatiha. So if you're praying in the congregation prayer, according to Abu Hanifa, you do not have to read Surah Al-Fatiha. Of course, Malik and Shafi'i both go against him in that, and they say, no, you have to read Surah Al-Fatiha. So a group of people came from Medina, especially to debate with Abu Hanifa on this topic. Should we or should we not read Surah Al-Fatiha if we are praying behind the Imam in a congregational prayer? So Imam Abu Hanifa, there were 11 of them. And again, he wanted to explain to them his point of view without a fight, and this is his method, of course, and without beating each other. Let's try to reach a friendly solution. He said to them, fine, let's start the debate. But one thing, which is I cannot debate with 11 people at the same time. I can only talk to one of you. So can you nominate one of you to represent you? And he will talk to me and I will talk to him. They said, sounds good, no problem. They picked the most knowledgeable one of them and they wanted to start the debate. So before they start, Abu Hanifa said to the 11, to all of them, you nominated this person to represent you, right? They said, yes. He said, that means everything he says, you all agree on it, right? You have no problem with what he says. They said, yes. Abu Hanifa says, that means everything he says as if you say it, because you all agree on it, right? Instead of you all say it to me, one will say it and he represents you. They said, yes. He said, then we're done. He said, what do you mean we're done? We did not even start the debate yet. He said, yes, we're done. The Imam is reading Surah Al-Fatiha. Everyone behind him agrees, and he is representing them as if everyone read Surah Al-Fatiha. So those 11 people, even before the debate, did not know what to say. But they got confused. Then what should we do? And here is the lesson that we want to take. Today I'm not telling you read Surah Al-Fatiha or not. Today I'm telling you the lesson that Abu Hanifa tells those people. When he saw them confused, he did not want the fitna to start. Because they're going to go back to Imam Malik in Medina, and they're going to tell him Abu Hanifa says this and that. He said to them, this is my school. Once you go back to Medina, follow Imam Malik. So you will not be different. And then listen to what he said. If I go to Medina, I will follow Imam Malik. You see, they didn't have pride that, I am Imam too. And by the way, Imam Shafi'i, he had different opinion. When he came to Iraq, he followed the school of Abu Hanifa, because he did not want to be different. And we said the main thing is not to be separated. The main thing is to love one another and to remember that we all are Muslims. At the end of the day, we all want to please Allah and go to Jannah. As long as this is our goal, Allah will give us that, inshallah. When we start deviating to other things, it's about pride, it's about my opinion versus his opinion, it's about one is right and one is wrong, then this is when we lose sight of what we're trying to do, inshallah. When we talked about the Khalifa al-Mansur, the Khalifa at that time. Al-Mansur was the Khalifa, he was very strong and powerful, but he was strict. And kind of like sometimes he orders people to be killed without really 100% a good reason. There is no justice sometimes. And his leader of the police, the more like the highest chief of the police, did not like Abu Hanifa. He had a personal problem with him. So one time Al-Mansur was having a dinner party, whatever. He invited Abu Hanifa. Abu Hanifa goes there. Now that police guy, he found that this is a good chance for me to get Abu Hanifa in trouble with the Khalifa. Maybe the Khalifa will order me to kill him and get it over with. So in front of everyone, all the advisors were there, Mansur was there, the Khalifa. The police, that chief guy, he said to Abu Hanifa, I have a question. And he made sure everyone was listening. He said, sometimes the Khalifa orders me to kill some people. What should I do? Should I listen to him or should I not? Of course, he wants to get him in trouble. If Abu Hanifa says yes, you should listen to him, but sometimes it's unjustly, and that's haram. You're not supposed to do that. And if he says no, that means he's telling him to disobey the Khalifa, and the Khalifa is going to get mad. So how would Abu Hanifa get out of this trouble? We're still giving examples of his intelligence and the ability to save himself from difficult situations. And of course, someone who was popular and successful like him at his time will have a lot of enemies, which is normal every time, everywhere. And we said the Khalifa at his time was called Abu Ja'far al-Mansur, who was kind of too strict. Again, we're not trying to judge anyone here, but it's according to many of the scholars and people who study history, that he used to take people's lives sometimes unjustly. Whoever opposes him will not even give him the chance to, explain even his opinion, and he will order his chief of police. His name was Abu al-Abbas al-Tusi. So Abu al-Abbas, first Abu al-Abbas never liked Abu Hanifa to begin with. And Abu Ja'far al-Mansur, we cannot say that he hated Abu Hanifa, but he was afraid of his popularity. Of course, someone who's popular, he becomes powerful, and it can be a threat to the Khalifa. So anyway, one day, Abu Ja'far al-Mansur invited Abu Hanifa for kind of banquet or dinner, something like that, with, of course, along with the advisors and all these chiefs and stuff. Of course, the police chief, Abu al-Abbas, was there. As Abu Hanifa was entering the castle, and by the way, we will see that all four Imams got in trouble with the Khalifas at their time. Because whenever you're going to say the haqq, some people are not going to like it anyway. So, Abu Hanifa was entering the castle. Abu al-Abbas was standing outside, standing by his friend, one of his friends. When he saw Abu Hanifa, he smiled, and he leaned on his friend, and he whispered in his ear. He said, "Today, it will be the death of Abu Hanifa. Today, I have a plan that is going to cause him his death. He's going to get killed today." So, Abu Hanifa understood that something was, being prepared for him. He got inside. They were about to start the food. Abu al-Abbas, the chief of the police, he said out loud, he was talking to the Khalifa, he said, "My dear Khalifa, do you give me the permission to ask Abu Hanifa a question about fiqh?" Abu al-Abbas, Abu Ja'far al-Mansur, the Khalifa said, "Yes, you can ask him." And of course now everyone is listening. Everyone is listening very carefully and attentively what this question can be. So Abu Ja'far said to Abu Hanifa, he said, "Tell me, is it halal or is it haram? Or what should I do?" He's trying to make it pretend like he really cares about halal or haram. "What should I do if Abu Ja'far, the Khalifa, orders me to go kill someone without knowing why? Should I listen to him or should I not listen to him?" Of course, and we said both ways, Abu Hanifa is in trouble. If he says, yes, you should listen to him, then this is haram. In Islam, there is no obeying anyone blindly, especially when it's about disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't have that, I am a soldier in the army, whatever my superior orders me to do, I will do. This is not in Islam. We need to know why we're doing what we're doing, or why are we doing this. So, if he says, yes, you can kill them, of course, Abu Hanifa is not going to say a ruling that is haram. He's not going to say it's halal. And if he says, no, you have to know why, then he's going to get in trouble with the Khalifa. You're telling the chief of the police to disobey him. Now, you need to get a quick answer. You're not going to have time to think about it. So, Abu Hanifa used his method. What was his method? Question, right? Alhamdulillah, we got somewhere. We learned something so far. Question. So he asked him a question. He said, "Before I answer your question," that's what he always says, "answer this question." He said, "What do you want to know?" "The Khalifa orders you to do haqq or batil." Now he is in trouble because he cannot say batil because he's going to get in trouble with the Khalifa. You see and how intelligent he was. So of course now the answer is obvious. He's going to say the Khalifa orders me always to do haqq. Abu Hanifa said, he smiled and he said, "Then always do the haqq and don't worry about it." So of course, beautiful answer. Always do the haqq, don't worry about it, whatever the haqq is. And since the Khalifa always orders you to do haqq, then you don't have a problem. So Abu Ja'far al-Mansur smiled. He knew the whole trick, and he knew that he could not get Abu Hanifa. Abu Hanifa leaned on the person that was standing by him. He said, "He wanted to get me, but I got him first." So, subhanallah, again, intelligence and quick thinking was one of the great talents of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. Now, at that point, everyone was laughing at Abu al-Abbas al-Tusi, the chief of the police. He became, kind of like, the center of attention. Now everybody's laughing at him because Abu Hanifa gave him that nice answer. But at this point, Abu Hanifa felt bad for the man. And besides, it's wise to try your best not to have as many enemies as possible. I mean, Abu al-Abbas already hates Abu Hanifa. After this day, he's going to hate him even more. He made him, he made fun of him in front of everyone. So Abu Hanifa, with his wisdom, wanted to save Abu al-Abbas from this humiliation without, showing it to everyone. So what did he do? He said, "Oh, dear Khalifa, I want to tell you a story if you don't mind. I learned it from my teacher, Al-Sha'bi." So the Khalifa said, "Okay, tell us the story." Again, Abu Hanifa's intention is to divert the people's attention from laughing at Abu al-Abbas, again, to laughing at something else, to save Abu al-Abbas from this humiliation again. So he said, "Al-Sha'bi, my teacher, taught me this story. There was a forest, and there was a leader, a king of the forest, which was the lion. The lion got sick one day." So Abu Hanifa is telling the story to Abu Ja'far, and of course everyone, the advisors and Abu al-Abbas, everyone is listening. He said the king got sick one day, the lion got sick one day. All the animals came to visit him except the fox. The fox did not come to visit him. So the wolf went to the lion and he said, "Oh, my dear king, did you notice that the fox did not come to visit you?" Of course, the king was sick, the lion did not notice anything. But the wolf wanted to get the fox in trouble, right? So Abu Hanifa again is telling the story. He said, the wolf told the lion that the fox did not come to visit you, and I think he did not come to visit you on purpose because he hates you. So the lion gets mad, and he calls the fox. So the fox gets there, the lion asks him, "Why did you not come to visit me?" The fox said, "Oh, my dear king, when the people or the lion, the animals, all of them came to visit you, I was doing something better than that." He said, "What's better than that?" He said, "I was looking for a cure for your sickness." That's better, right? So the lion said, "Did you find the cure?" The fox said, "Yes, I did." He said, "What's the cure?" He said, "You see this nail? Every time you feel pain, you poke the wolf in his leg with the nail. Your pain goes away." So the lion said, "Let's try it." Of course, the wolf is standing there and there's nothing he can do. And he started poking the wolf with the nail in his leg. Of course, the fox left the scene. When the wolf came out, his leg is all bloody, of course, and everything. The fox laughed at him, and he said to him, "Oh, one with the red leg," making fun of him, because his leg is all bloody. "This time, the nail was in your leg. Next time, the cure will be the nail to be in your head. So you better not do that again." Now, when Abu Hanifa finished the story, Abu Ja'far al-Mansur could not help but laughing. He started laughing like, loud. And Abu al-Abbas started laughing, and everyone started laughing after that. And they forgot about the whole thing about Abu al-Abbas and how they were laughing at him. And subhanAllah, you see how Abu Hanifa changed the topic and the subject from laughing at the man to just a fictional story. And then Abu Hanifa wanted to do something even furthermore. He sat by Abu al-Abbas on the dinner table. They say they became friends after that day. So subhanAllah, how you convert your enemy to become your friend with wisdom and intelligence. That was Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah. He was very knowledgeable, very talented in terms of the debate. Not only that, but he was talented in terms of finding solutions to problems that other imams could not find solutions for. And we have a few examples, kind of funny stories, but he helped the people out in these situations. And we said at his time, there was a husband and wife who they were having this argument, and then the husband got upset, and he said, "Wallahi, I will never talk to you unless you talk to me first. And if you don't talk to me, then you are divorced." She got mad at him too, and she said, "Wallahi, I will never talk to you until you talk to me first." So that means they both can't talk to each other because both of them said Wallahi. But he said, "If you don't talk to me, you're divorced." So that makes her divorced. And they went to a lot of imams and they all told them, "You are divorced now, you cannot stay together," and this and that. Until they went to Abu Hanifa. When Abu Hanifa heard the story, he said to the husband and wife, "You both go back home, and as if nothing happened, you're husband and wife, and there is no divorce, and there is nothing, and you don't have to do anything special. You're still married and everything." So they were happy, of course, and they went back home. One of the big imams at his time, one of the big tabi'een, Salman al-Thawri, his name, we'll probably talk about him. He heard about this and he got upset. He said they're divorced. You can't, this is adultery now. This is zina if they don't get, back and all this. So he went to Abu Hanifa and he said, how can you tell